Welcome back to Think Tank. I've just had a look at the scores, and the blue team are slightly ahead, but in round 3, the red team can easily come back and snatch those points back because each correct answer is worth 20 points. And remember, it takes 100 points to fill each think tank. Now, as we start this round, we give the team who is trailing in each think tank the chance to keep or change the category they're behind in. We have 3 categories left to choose from, and in the first think tank, the red team are trailing. So would you like to keep or change history?
Are you quite happy with history?
Yes.
No?
Keep it.
Yeah.
Keep it.
We'll keep it, please.
Okay, that stays where it is. And what about the science think tank? You're behind again in the second think tank. Would you like to keep or change that?
We're very conservative. We'll keep it.
Okay. And in think tank number 3, you both have equal points, but in actual fact, red team, overall, you got the least score, so you get to keep or change the category again. So what about travel? Do you fancy that?
At the risk of sounding boring, we'll keep it.
Right, okay, they're staying where they are. Okay, the first question is for control of the history think tank. Here we go. Remember, each right answer is worth 20 points. Fingers on buzzers. During the 1530s, Francisco Pizarro conquered Chris.
The Andes.
Is wrong. I was going to say, conquered which South American country? I'm going to throw that across to the red team.
It's the Incas in Peru.
The Incas in Peru.
Is the right answer. You have control of the history think tank. I'll now ask you a series of questions on history from 1066 to 1600, starting with Norman. And you have a think tank session available. In 1582, Sir Francis Drake became mayor of which city?
I'll take a think tank.
Okay.
I don't know. Probably Plymouth.
Need an answer?
Plymouth.
Is the right answer. 20 points go into the pot. There they go. Freeze or play?
We'll play.
Dad says play. Okay, Dennis. In 1517, which religious scholar nailed his famous thesis to a church door?
Martin Luther.
Right, 20 points into the pot. Freeze or play? If you give me 3 right answers, you fill the history think tank.
Very good.
Do you want to play?
Play, please.
Okay. David. By what name is the soldier El Rodrigo Diaz de Vivar better known?
El Cid.
Is the right answer. 20 points into the pot. If you give me 2 right answers, red team, you fill the history think tank. Do you want to freeze or play?
I will play.
Norman. What was the name of the Welsh chief who led a series of revolts against King Henry IV?
Owen Glendower.
Is right. 20 points into the pot. If you can answer this next question, you fill this tank. Freeze or play?
We'll play, please.
Okay, Dennis. In 1265, who led the so-called noblemen's revolt against Henry III?
Wat Tyler.
Is wrong. It's Simon de Montfort. You're eliminated from play, Dennis. David. By what name is Robert I of Scotland better known?
Robert the Bruce.
Is the right answer, and you filled the history think tank. Well done, red team. And we move on to the science think tank. First question is for control. In which of your organs would you find a drum? Chris.
The ear.
Is right. You have control of the science think tank. I will ask you a series of questions on the human body, starting with Brian. And you have a think tank session available. Which glands secrete adrenaline?
A think tank on that,
Okay.
please. Yeah, thanks. Pancreas.
Sorry, it's the adrenal glands. You're eliminated from play, Brian. Kevin. What part of the body does a cardiologist specialise in?
The heart.
Is right. 20 points into the pot. Freeze or play? You need 1 right answer.
We'll play.
Okay, Chris. Where in the body would you find the stirrup bone?
That's in the ear as well.
Is the right answer, and you filled the science think tank. So as we go into think tank number 3, the travel think tank, it's neck and neck with both teams capturing a think tank each. So this is for the game, lads. Here we go. First question is for control. Name either of the countries with territory in Tierra del Fuego. Brian.
Chile.
Is right. You've captured the think tank. I will now ask you a series of questions on the Americas, starting with Kevin. The Sierra Nevada mountains run through which American state?
I'll have a think tank.
Yes, you can.
California.
Is right. 20 points into the pot. freeze or play, and I need 3 right answers for you to fill this think tank and win the game.
We'll play.
Chris. Which eastern seaboard state is the smallest in the USA?
Rhode Island.
Is right. 20 points into the pot. Freeze or play. If you give me 2 right answers, you've won the game.
Yeah, we'll play.
Brian. Which Canadian province flanks the Pacific Ocean?
British Columbia.
Is right. 20 points into the pot. Freeze or play?
I think
One right answer. I think you should. Kevin. Which American state is nicknamed the Lone Star State?
Texas.
For the game, the blue team. Congratulations, blue team. You go on to take the think tank challenge, but first, red team. Did you enjoy playing?
We did enjoy playing. We'll just have to do something about these fingers that don't seem to reach those buzzers.
That's right. You've got to get them in quick enough, haven't
right.
you? Yeah. You played a good game, though. Father and son there, and Norman, lovely. You played a lovely game, Norman.
Thank you.
Good to have you. You've enjoyed playing, obviously, and it's been a pleasure to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, the red team. Blue team, you now go on to take the think tank challenge. Let's take a look at the game board. You need to give me 1 right answer in think tank number 1, 2 right answers in think tank number 2, 3 in 3, 4 in 4, 5 answers in number 5, and finally 6 right answers in think tank number 6. And we'll be playing with these categories: film, numbers, football, tennis, animals and books. And to help you win the game, you'll choose which category you want in each think tank. So which category would you like in think tank number 1, where you only need 1 right answer?
We like animals. Books.
Books is very wide
We'll
subject.
put
yeah.
books in.
Okay, books. Go straight in. What about number 2?
What do numbers would be like?
No, it's not. Tennis. So
Yeah.
go-
Tennis. Wait.
Tennis. I think that's a wise choice. I know nothing about tennis. What about number 3?
Yeah, it's got the history.
Things are animals.
It's like keep football and
Animals.
Animals in number 3. Number 4.
Leave it as one film.
Yeah, film.
Yeah. Yeah, film.
Film. And number 5.
numbers.
That's got to be, yeah, that'll be numbers.
Numbers. And finally, football. A wise choice, I think, in think tank number 6. Okay? That's all the categories selected. So here is how we play. Starting with Kevin, I will read you a statement in which the last part is false. You will need to correct that statement to make it true. For instance, if I said Moby Dick was a shark, you would need to say whale. If you don't know the answer, just say pass, and I will go on to another team member. And if none of you know the answer, I will go on to a new statement. There are 90 seconds on the clock to play the Think Tank Challenge, and your 90 seconds starts now. The Invisible Man is a novel by H.G. Foster.
Wells.
Right. You Cannot Be Serious was often uttered by Arthur Ashe.
Pass.
Pass.
John McEnroe.
Right. The last Englishman to win the singles at Wimbledon was Fred Truman.
Perry.
Right. The plural of oxygen.
Oxen.
Right. A nestling is the young of a dog.
Bird.
Right. The collective noun for cattle is flock.
Herd.
Right. Richard Gere was married to Cindy Cedars.
Crawford.
Right. Michael Caine is American.
British.
Right. Demi Moore is married to Bruce Willis.
Willis.
Right. Britain Canada was made in America.
Britain.
Right. 7 times 7 equals 77.
49.
Right. 75 divided by 3 equals 15.
25.
Right. The square root of 81 is 8.
9.
Right. The STD code for Liverpool is 0161.
Pass.
0151.
Right. The number of millimetres in 1 centimetre is 20.
1,000.
Wrong.
10.
Right. The England manager is Terry Thomas.
Venables.
Right. Pelé played for France.
Brazil.
Right. A game of football usually lasts 90 days.
Minutes.
Right. Gordon Banks was a striker.
Goalkeeper.
Right. Liverpool Football Club play at Main Road.
Anfield.
Right. English referees usually wear white.
Black.
Is the right answer. And we have a winner. Well done, blue team. You each win a CD player. Now, I don't know about you, but my knuckles are white because I'm gripping this benchy. I'm thinking, oh, come on, come on. But I do think that you selected your categories very well. You started with books, but who passed on the You Cannot Be Serious question? Who was? How can you not get that? You cannot be serious. That's what I was thinking. Arthur Ashe never said that. And animals, I'll tell you what really threw me, the numbers one. Because because when I'm reading it, I think they're never going to get this question. But you just knew the numbers. You were straight in there, no messing around. And you had 5 questions to answer on that. And for some reason, I don't know why, but I knew football was going to be... and you're all keen football fans, obviously. But you've got a CD player. Thanks for playing Think Tank. You've been great contestants. You've been really brainy contestants. Thanks for playing. Ladies and gentlemen, the blue team. Your fingernails are all worn away. Well, that was the blue team. That was a great game. Thank you for watching Think Tank. Tune in again. From me, Mickey Hutton, and all of us here at Think Tank. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Well, stay with us here on Channel 4 for more General Knowledge Genius as William G. Stewart prepares 15 eager contestants to be whittled down to 1 next.
If you'd like to be a contestant on Think Tank, please write to us at the following address. Action Time, PO Box 121, Manchester, M60 1EX. That's Action Time, PO Box 121, Manchester, M60 1EX.